Hey, hi guys. I'm back again. And as I mentioned in my first Hangout video earlier today, The Rock is pretty much confirmed that he is going to play Shazam, or at least he will be in the Shazam movie. So this is not a full confirmation, but I think he pretty much let the cat out of the bag because Comic Con is this weekend and DC is going to be announcing a lot of stuff at Comic Con. We kind of know that's going to come out there, but The Rock basically sat down with Total Films on YouTube, or the YouTube on the YouTube channel anyway, and he basically so they asked him a nice tricky question about what characters would he like to play, and it just sounded like The Rock just could not wait any longer to actually say who he's going to play in the movie, at least in the DC universe. So I'll give you a quote. I'll give you the quote of he kind of went around, but he said this. He said, "This is from The Rock. I will say this: there's a character out there we're going to announce very soon that I'm going to play, and I'll just say this: the character has the power of Superman, and he can throw down." Then he kind of pauses and he says, "Just say the word." That's all I'm going to say. So just say the word means Shazam to me because Shazam, Captain Marvel, or Shazam basically has to say the word Shazam from Billy Batson to turn into Shazam. That's it. Now a lot of people are going to ask, why shouldn't he be playing, say, someone like if you know anything about that character, that one of the best characters you should play is actually Black Adam, who is the main nemesis of Shazam. And the reason why I think that doesn't fit is just because that, number one, I think The Rock is going to be used as a franchise builder. You want to build a franchise with it. You're also going to have a little kid you have to cast with this too. So you want to build a franchise with somebody who is very recognizable, because the main character is still the boy, but the Shazam is also the other side of this character. So you want someone who isn't going to be at least beating up, who's not going to be beating off, and then who's going to come back like a couple of movies later. So The Rock is going to play Shazam. But here's some images I wanted to share, just to show you guys. Let's see, where is it? Where am I? Nope, nope, there it is. Start sharing screen. So there we have it. So this, just on the web you find images of The Rock and Black Adam. People are like, yeah, he looks like the character. That's, of course, that's the Shazam artwork. Image of The Rock again, and this is Shazam again, how he looks now in the last DC animated movie. And this is from Total Films. This is what this was their own caption of The Rock. That was him in the interview, and of course that's him as that's Shazam. More images of Shazam, and then this is someone's artwork of just The Rock in one of his poses as Black Adam. Now you can see he kind of looks like that Black Adam character. I mean, he looks like Black Adam altogether, not that Black Adam character. Sorry. So he looks like Black Adam, and of course, that's just The Rock in one of his wrestling. I think this was a Got Milk ad that this is pulled from, but you can see how he kind of fits that. So a lot of people are like, yeah, you know what? I would see The Rock as Black Adam, but I think he's Shazam. Another character who he probably could have played is probably Green Lantern John Stewart. He mentioned that in his interview. He said that he wanted to play Green Lantern. He wanted to play John Stewart, but there was a Green Lantern movie. This is just me paraphrasing. There's a Green Lantern movie, and that character is kind of done before, so he's kind of moved away from that. So that kind of puts Green Lantern out of the question, and is pretty much focused on, I think, Shazam, especially for someone his size, his stature, and the other powerful characters in the DC universe. The only other character it could be is Martian the Manhunter, and I don't think you're going to do a standalone movie for Martian Manhunter first. So I think Shazam is that kind of movie. And also, this is the kind of movie that can be a little bit lighthearted because you have a kid and you have that kid element there, that you can bring. Imagine. I think this is like a franchise starter. Every kid can call the name Shazam and they get that power and they become, technically The Rock. And that's what people, I think, will gravitate to. And I think that's something that's really cool. So we're interested to see what happens if that's the case here. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. I know the Q&A isn't up just because this is going to be a really short video, but just leave your thoughts and comments with this video. Hamed Faraz, sorry if I mispronounced this, he said, and his question here is, bro, do you think Shazam will be part of the DC cinematic universe? Because I've heard it may be its own standalone movie. That's the other thing. I don't know. I wanted to be part of the DC universe. I mean, I understand that DC is trying not, is trying to create a universe, is trying not to. So from what I know is that John Jeff, is it John Joseph Loeb, basically said DC's TV universe and DC's movie universe will be separate, at least for now. So we know that's the ones that's going to be separate. So Arrow, Flash are going to be on at least that universe on the TV screen. So they might be two Arrows, they might be two Flashes. Who knows? That's a possibility. But we do know that's different. Now, Shazam, I hope it's not, because I hope they bring in some of those elements from the Superman movie, Man of Steel, and also Justice League. Why? Because you want to hear at least news reports about Metropolis being rebuilt and things like that. So people kind of know it's there, and then Superman is trying to help rebuild things altogether, and maybe Lex Luthor. You can have those things in the movie without actually connecting those two worlds together. And Superman is busy, but Shazam is taking care of his own problem because it's magic. And you could have a crossover with Superman too, because then you now see Superman's vulnerability to magic. You can explain it in different ways that, it's some either whether it's magic or some type of science, like how Thor is done in the Marvel universe. So that's something they could do. But I agree. It's an interesting question. It could or could not be. So again, guys, please leave your comments and your questions. Would love to know what you guys think about this. The Q&A is not up, but you can definitely leave it on the YouTube video. Just leave comments there, and definitely just chime in, because I want to hear your thoughts on what you think about The Rock being Shazam in the DC cinematic universe, and also the fact that, again, like Ahmed's very good question is, do you think it's going to be a separate universe in the movie? So basically it's going to be a standalone movie, or this is going to be its own standalone franchise separate from the Man of Steel franchise and Justice League, because Shazam is part of the new DC Justice League too. So that's something very interesting to see if that will be there. Maybe that might be included in some form or fashion. We don't know. There's no clue, but we do know Comic-Con is literally just a couple of days away. So we're going to definitely hear some stuff from them, at least from DC, about it altogether, which would be cool. Hopefully we hear the announcements of The Rock playing Shazam on there, and that would be cool to hear that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. It's something that I think will be cool. I think it's going to be interesting. But hey, it all depends. Who knows? The Rock may be playing Lobo, for crying out loud. Who knows? I mean, that's another character that The Rock could play, is Lobo. Lobo is one that a lot of people see The Rock in and says, hey, The Rock fits that role. And that's also a character I would love to see, but it's also a little bit darker too. So, and again, Lobo is not well known, and DC hasn't had that track record of building out characters enough yet to, apart from their main big stars. They don't even have a Wonder Woman movie yet. So I don't think Lobo is one of them, but I think Shazam is probably that franchise that you could definitely say, hey, okay, this makes sense altogether. Let's see. Any more questions here? Do we have any more questions? No, we don't. So yeah, so I want to hear your thoughts, guys. If you are you a fan of this idea of The Rock playing Shazam? At least just the idea, or are you kind of like Okay, so here's this one comment here from Delanto Green. He says The Rock will be bigger than Superman. Yes, but then again, I mean, Superman is pretty big. Henry Cavill as Superman is big, but you do know that Shazam, it's magic. You can make any excuse for that. There's so many things you can write into it and say, hey, because his powers are derived from magic, that's why he looks like this. He's not your normal human being. He wasn't created from flesh. He is conjured by magic. So therefore, Shazam is going to be twice the size as Superman, altogether. So I think that would be fine. I think that's something that can easily be passed up in the movies and at least understood by people. It's like, all right, fine, his powers are great, especially when you have his own standalone movie before he jumps into the DC universe. James Corney said, hi, bro, are you doing a giveaway? No, there's no giveaway this. I'm just talking about comic books. I'm talking about The Rock playing Shazam in DC Cinematic Universe. So anyway, that is pretty much it, guys. Any thoughts or questions about this? Let me know. We should find out probably Saturday. Saturday is when DC's having their roundtable Comic Con. There's no weekly hangout this week, but I will be traveling for a wedding. Weddings on Fridays, dinner, so I'm gonna probably Sunday. I'll probably do an announcement on all the news that DC's announced from that whole thing. But it's going to be pretty cool. It's also, Marvel has their own announcements too, so it's going to be crazy day at Comic Con altogether. James Connery says, do you think Avengers 2 would be good? Yes, I do. After seeing and hearing some of the stuff about the storyline about Avengers, especially the fact that Ultron's origins are different from that in the comic books, and it makes sense. It doesn't come from Hank Pym, which is fine because Ultron, the only person who has built that kind of technology in this movie universe is Tony Stark. So the fact that he's now built a lot of robots with improved AI, and that AI basically one of them basically or one of his robots basically be turned into Ultron, that makes sense. And then also we know that Vision is going to be in there. So now their part is Vision another part of the AI that's spawned out, or is Vision created by Ultron like it is in the comic book? So that's also another interesting take to see if that will be something that pans out altogether. We see we do have a few comments coming in here. Let's see what else is here. Just refreshing that here. Let's see. So Delanto Green says, who would be Black Adam? Rock would be good. Yes, I agree the Rock would be good as Black Adam, but I think somebody else. I think you can get another actor to play Black Adam. I think you should get an actor with some Middle Eastern background, because he is, he had Egyptian origins, somebody like that, somebody who has there's at least some Arabian, Middle Eastern, Persian, even Persian background, something that gives that look. So it really fits into that idea that, he's from Egypt or somebody. But I don't think you want to use The Rock as Black Adam, because he's going to lose that first battle with Shazam. We all know how comic book movies goes. So he may not be killed. He may come back again, but he's going to lose that first battle. So you don't want to necessarily use The Rock as one and done as the villain here. And I think that's probably the case. I think that's why we're going to see that. I think that's why, The Rock is so excited about, the whole news that he couldn't necessarily keep quiet till for Friday. Ahmed says, of course it'll be good. Don't expect a masterpiece in terms of Avengers 2. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's my thoughts on The Rock. Basically confirming that he is going to be Shazam in the DC Cinematic Universe. Can't wait till Saturday. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video so we can make more videos for you. But if you do get a chance and you want to, do subscribe to the channel, top right hand corner of your screen. Subscribe to Booredatwork so we can make more of these videos for you. And this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy your entertainment.